Henry David Thoreau, most people live a life of quiet desperation. We obviously hadn't met June yet, obviously. Now these boxes will help us to explain and understand what Thoreau meant. And they will also help us to find a way to avoid his terrible, terrible prognosis. Who fancies that? Thank you. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, very welcome guests. These boxes represent the Buddhist perspective on life. In Buddhism, there are 10 worlds. They aren't worlds as in other planets or as in other times, but they're actually 10 worlds within us. 10 life states, 10 ways of being. So I'll take you through it and I'll show you how it works. There's some lower worlds and there's some higher worlds. And this is how we will be and how we will feel. So firstly, the lower worlds. Hell, hunger, animality, anger. Hell is all about that incessant suffering, that trauma, that trouble. Hunger, the insatiable desire and yearning for something that never ever able to be satisfied with what you've got, always looking for more. Animality, responding to your basest, vilest instincts without any care for other people. And anger, dominating others, being aggressive, terrorising the weak. That's so much fun, is it? They're your lower worlds. Still in the lower worlds, but slightly better, there's tranquility and rapture. Tranquility, it's lethargy, it's indolence, it's a lack of engagement, it's stuck on the sofa. Rapture, hedonism, pleasure seeking. Gourmandism, not being concerned about your future, living for today. These are 6 lower worlds, and these are the worlds that Thoreau is talking about. Most men, most people living a life of quiet desperation, and actually probably not so quiet, some of them. But what about the high worlds? Well, there's 4 of them, and in Buddhism they call them the 4 noble paths. Here's 3. Learning, realization, and bodhisattva. Learning, it's the engagement with information and knowledge, and discovering things about the world, and educating ourselves. Realization, that's creating some self-awareness, that's having some fundamental understanding about stuff that's going on in the world, and being able to relate to it. And bodhisattva, we talk about bodhisattvas of the earth. These are people who make it their mission to help other people. Now you'll probably notice these 3 worlds, the Toastmaster spirit is infused with them. And we heard what June was saying. This is all about learning here, all about educating ourselves. The realization, I think, is about self-belief, self-confidence, and the bodhisattva spirit of supporting others, mentoring, is vital. All these worlds, although I talked about one aspect, they all have a positive and a negative. So if I take the word of hunger, for example, down at the bottom, that's got a positive aspect. That desperate desire for passion for justice, and I'm going to fight for something, and I'm not going to give up until we get the laws changed or the rules changed or sort out a problem. And these higher worlds, noble that they may be, we could be arrogant, we could be superior, we could judge those people. So what are the highest world? The highest world is the world of Buddhahood. And this is a world of strong enlightenment, of understanding, of compassion, of full engagement with life. And how it works is it has all of the positive aspects of these worlds, but none of the negative. It knocks them away. So how does it work? How does it work? Well, we will have a default life state. It'll be that one, or that one, or that one. And that will be how we'll look at the world. But we will jump from one to the next, quite quickly. And we won't move in a linear way, the way I stack them, but we'll move in a random way, the way that they form. And what happens? Well, what happens affects our engagement with the world and how we react to different things. So let's I'll take a couple of them at random. Okay, I'll take up this one, take this one. Let's think of an event. Tell me something that's happened, something that could happen, something good or something bad. Anything.
Tsunami.
Okay, a tsunami. Okay, so let's take an example of a tsunami. Right. The hunger spirit, it will be desperate, you'll be crushed, you'll be distraught, there'll be the loss, there'll be the grief. The bodhisattva spirit will be like these people you see in the pictures of the earthquake, when they're still there 4 or 5 days later, they're still trying to find the last heartbeat and the last person, because they've got that yearning spirit. So what can we do with all this information? Well, now the stats gone, first thing we need to do is remember them. So I'm going to give you a little exercise to help you remember them. Can I ask you all to stand up? Put your pens down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through the 10 words, and I'm going to give you visual reminders of how they are. You can do the actions as well. You can do the actions, you can make the noises if you want. So here we go. So this is hell. Hell, hands on heads. Hell. Hunger. Animality. Ah! 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 Anger. Okay. And then we've got tranquility. Rapture. Yay! Yeah. Learning. Realization. Aha! Aha! Bodhisattva. And feel free to hug. Very good. And of course, so there's your 10. There's your 10.
That's hard, that
one. So what do we need to do? We need to get ourselves, if we want, to the world of Buddhahood. And how are we going to do that? If I look in this box, it will tell me what's inside. What is Buddhahood? Tell you what it's not. Let's get rid of some preconceptions. It's not about reincarnation. You get it in this life. It's not about being a vegetarian. Have a steak. And it's not. Why not? Why not? And it's not about wearing orange robes and shaving your head. You don't have to be a Buddhist to attain Buddhahood. It's a shortcut, but you absolutely don't have to do it. Plenty of people throughout history have shown the Buddha spirit. You just need 3 things, 3 simple things. You need wisdom, you need courage, and you need compassion. Show those things, and you'll have it in spirit. Now, Buddhist or not, this is a fantastic blueprint for understanding how you want to look at the world. My encouragement to you all is to reflect. Think about what world you're in. Think about what world you want to be in. And think about what action you need to take to get to the world you'd like to be in. This is Toastmaster.